I haven't looked in here. I haven't searched in this one yet. I simply must find everything. Are you having fun, Beep? The assembly review for the PlayStation VR. Let's begin! First up, we take a look at the gameplay. The game is played as two different characters, who you will alternate between at certain parts of the story. The people that you embody are Cal Pearson, who is a scientist and works at the assembly, and Madeline Stone, who goes through an induction program that tests her potential. The game is essentially about exploration and puzzle solving. Cal's story is more about exploration, to see what goes on behind the scenes at the assembly. You search the labs for passwords, keycards and other items that allow you to progress from one area to another. Cal's sections reminded me of a very watered down Deus Ex game, without the freedom and the action. Most of the time you are scavenging through drawers for passwords or reading computer terminals for emails. You will have to do this as most of the main objectives lie within them. After around 3/4 of the way into the game, I did start to find his task quite tedious, as there isn't much variety in the objects that you can interact with. As Madeline, you'll be presented with a series of tests to complete that are quite different from one another. These tests include a relatively simple block puzzle, and one where you have to solve a murder mystery by investigating each person's story, who are seated around a table. Luckily, her segments come in at just the right time, as Cal's parts start to become boring and repetitive. How immersed are you in this world? Let's find out. The labs themselves are very fun to explore, and have a lot of detail in each area. Each area is also quite visually distinct, which does help to spice things up a little. Everything looks great up close, like most PlayStation VR titles, but in the wider areas, further away objects can become blurry. I didn't find it a massive problem, as this is what we have come to expect from the PlayStation VR. When you activate computer terminals, the screens move close to your face, so that you can read the text easier. This makes going through the scientist's personal emails hassle-free. Unlike other games like this, I found myself wanting to peek at all the computers I came across. I was genuinely interested in seeing what my co-workers were talking about. This is definitely a good thing, considering you need to explore a lot of the environment to find key items to progress. There is also side stories going on at the facility that you could miss if you don't search everything. One of these is a love story, which is told in the form of letters, emails, visuals and audio playbacks. It may have been quite a simple side story, but was one that I wanted to know about nonetheless. Some cupboards have little details inside, like an ashtray with a cigarette in. This helps you believe that this is a real lived-in place, and makes the mundane task of looking through all the cupboards a little bit more enjoyable, as you don't know what you'll come across next. The two characters you play as often share their thoughts on their current situation. Both of them are voiced brilliantly and suit the characters they are playing, which was vital for this type of game, as when you interact with an object, they more often than not have something to say about it.
Rescued from an office trash can fire.
PC, project codename, I guess. Let's get you under a scope.
Now let's take a look at the setup and what controllers are supported for the game. I played this game in a seated position just under 2 meters away from the camera. The characters you play as are mostly in a standing position, but sitting down in the real world didn't break my immersion. This game supports all controller types. However, you have to download an update for the Move controllers to work. With the DualShock, you have two types of movement controls that you can use to explore the facility. One is your normal smooth controls found in your standard FPS game, and the other is a teleportation system that allows you to jump from one area to another that you have selected. There is a lot of movement control options you can mess around with, so that you don't feel motion sickness. When playing with the Move controllers, you can only teleport to locations and can't use smooth controls, but on the plus side, you can pick up certain objects in the world and have a closer look at them. How long does this game take to complete, and what trophies come with it? Let's find out. I completed this game in just over 5 hours, but it is very important to note that I searched everything that I came across, so if you don't search every nook and cranny of the environment, your game time would most likely be a lot less than mine. There is 2 endings that you can view in the game, and luckily there is a chapter select screen that appears after your first playthrough, so you can jump straight back in to see the other ending. This screen also helps you be able to obtain the trophies quicker. There are 30 trophies in total that can be obtained. There is 11 bronze, 13 silver, 5 gold, and 1 platinum. I had 15 trophies left to achieve after my first playthrough. Some of these trophies would be very time consuming if I didn't use a walkthrough. And now it's time for the verdict. If you don't like exploration games, then don't pick this game up. And even if you do, be warned it does get quite repetitive near the end. If you find science intriguing, even a little, and don't mind reading a lot of text in games, you will certainly become immersed in this world. Which is a good thing, as the story unfolding is really your only reward. There is no action, and this game is more relaxing than anything else. Beep, your input? Stop being sarcastic, Beep. There's some choices at the end that honestly took me a while to pick from. I was pacing up and down in the virtual world, genuinely not knowing what to pick. Overall, I really did enjoy the game, and I did want to learn everything about the facility, and the secrets it held. It was also a joy to see what type of trial awaited Madeline next. That's why I give this game a score of 8 out of 10.
Who says IT isn't action-packed and exciting?